Hey guys, it's Joan, back again with another video. I haven't recorded a video in a while. It's been a long time. Give or take like 2-ish months ago, honestly, give or take. But I kind of just want to sit here and talk to you guys a little bit about what's been going on in my cup of joe, cup of coffee. It's a little cold, I'm not gonna lie. It got really cold really quick. But something that I've been really meaning to make a video about is change. Change is, dude, I recently got accepted at Berklee College of Music, and after everything that I've been through, from dropping out of UTEP to being here now in this position, is the weirdest thing to me, because I never thought I'd go to music school again. I never thought I'd give it another chance. And one of the scary parts about it is the fact that I'm moving quite literally like hours away from my hometown, dude. I'm from El Paso, Texas, and so El Paso to Boston is okay. Well, driving it's like 30-ish hours, give or take, but flying it's like 6 or 7 hours, give or take. And it's just so weird, like just processing that in my head that I'm moving away. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a really big risk for me, financially, and also like comfortably, because I'm comfortable here, you know what I mean? But I feel like for me at this very moment right now, comfort is my enemy. I'm 20 years old, I'm fresh, I'm young into being an adult. I'm not, honestly, in my head, I don't consider 20 an adult yet. I think once you turn 21, dude, when you can actually legally drink and legally like buy, cigarettes or some stuff like that, that's when you're actually like of age and like an adult. You know what I mean? But I don't know, change is so weird, because my life is literally going to change from one day to the next. One day I'm going to be here in El Paso with my family, with my friends, with my girlfriend and everything, and then the next day I'm going to be in Boston. Starting a new life, starting a new era of me, and just kind of as like a little backstory as to what exactly happened, like for me to get to this point. So much happened, and it started off when I was going to UTEP. Graduated high school, and I didn't do any applications. Nothing. I was like, you know what? Just gonna stay at UTEP here, just gonna be comfortable, man, and not try. And I remember as soon as I got to the UTEP, I was excited, man. I went to orientation with my girlfriend and everything. We were having a lot of fun. Orientation was fun, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people, they were clowning on the people at orientation, but I don't think it was that bad. I think it was actually pretty cool. And oh my god, we get there and it's cheesy, yes, but it was a really enjoyable experience. And so after the orientation and everything, we got to tour the school a little bit, got some free shirts, and that was it. So school started, and as soon as school started, I already immediately felt like this like thing was like, I'm not ready. And what I've noticed at UTEP specifically, that when I was there, was honestly, it was very cliquey. When I was over there, it was kind of a little bit hard to make friends, even though I kind of knew like almost everybody there, because we all went to high school together and everything like that. But it was kind of hard for me to like actually like make friends, dude. And like, even for me, I'm very fucking social, dude. I'm super social. And it was hard, man. It was hard. And I kind of got over that, and I just kept on trying to do my thing. I just reached this point where I was like, you know what? I have no fucking clue what I'm doing with my life. I'm so fucking scared of everything, and I dropped out. I have a vivid memory of I was doing jazz band over there. And that year, actually, they bought these brand new like silver saxophones, and they were nice, man. They were Yamahas. They were good, man. They were really good. And I remember giving it back, and I was like, fuck, like that horn was good, bro. That horn was really freaking good. But anyways, when I dropped out of UTEP, it was kind of like, I remember I had marching band rehearsal that morning, and that morning I was like, you know what, dude, I can't do this. It was just from one day to the next, I dropped out. And I'm not gonna lie, dropping out of UTEP was one of the worst, but one of the best decisions I ever made for myself, because after I dropped out of UTEP, I went through this really, really dark period of my life where all I was doing was working. I quit music. I quit music doing entirely. I quit mariachi. I quit jazz. I quit every single thing having to do with music. Sorry if I look a little cruel. I just barely woke up from a nap. But I quit everything, dude. Everything. And I can tell you this from my own personal experience. That was one of the worst times of my life. Genuinely one of the most miserable times of my life. And it sucked. It sucked, man, because at one point music was my everything. Music was my entire world. And just from one day to the next, nothing. And I ended up getting a job at Starbucks. And ever since then, I've just been working. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I fell into a really, really bad depression. Because I went from doing everything to doing nothing. But here's the thing. I think I needed that. I think I needed that as a person to be able to grow and to be able to find out what it is. It's cold. What it is exactly that I want. You know, during that time, I mean, literally all I did was work, dude. My sleep schedule was so fucked, dude. I mean, I was literally waking up at like 11, 12, 1, dude. And also, the leading factor of me leaving UTEP was my work schedule, man. I was working at Starbucks, and oddly enough, dude, they were scheduling me. I told them I can only work like 25 hours a week, 25 minimum, dude, because I'm in full-time school. I was doing like 16 credit hours or something. And they were scheduling me up until 2 a.m. and I had to close. I mean, I had school in the morning. And it was just, I was not sleeping, dude. I did not take care of myself, dude. You know, I picked up really bad habits, dude. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. And for a while, I've kind of felt like this like malice towards Starbucks. Oddly, ironically enough, I'm in one right now. But it's kind of just one of those things that it's made me realize, you know what, dude, this is not the life I want to lead. This is not the life I want to lead. And I remember, you know, having a couple talks with my parents, be like, it's a good job, it's a good career, it's a good this. And I know, man, obviously, it's freaking good. I'm not even going to lie. I mean, like, store managers here in El Paso, dude, they literally start off, I think, at like $60K. I'm like, for fucking coffee? Are you kidding me? That's insane. That is ridiculous. But I went through this whole period of just like, you know what, dude, I'm done. And I'm not gonna lie, I fell into a really, really deep depression. And I started losing friends because of it. I started kind of just distancing myself away from everybody. And I didn't really want to be anywhere. I just wanted to sleep, go to work, sleep, go to work. I stopped going to the gym. You know, for a while I picked up smoking, and it was just, dude, it was such bad habits. Dude, such bad habits that I do regret, dude. Because I quite literally had nothing going for me for a year or something like that. And you guys have no idea how crazy it is. Now that I found out I'm going to Berkeley College of fucking Music, after all the stuff that I've been through, it's just the weirdest feeling to me that it's actually happening. You know, it's, oh shit, my coffee fell. It's just like one of those feelings I can't describe. And even after all of that, dude, I was able to find some perseverance, and I was able to find something that is going for me. And I've been having a lot of like deep talks with my parents, and I was like, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. I was like, I do. Because I feel like I have, not have grown my city, but I need a new change of pace. I need a new change of environment. And just, I want to be able to heal from those past mistakes that I did. I want to be able to just start a completely fresh new life in a completely new city. And that's what I'm excited about. That's what I'm excited about. You know, that's what I'm really excited about. And how I got to this point of even getting into Berkeley was, I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I should really do the audition. I should really, really just say fuck it and just do it. I kind of postponed it for a while. And beforehand, actually, I got a teaching gig at one of the local high schools here at Jefferson High School. And I was student teaching there, you know, and it was really fun, man. I was student teaching mariachi. And was a good experience. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of really good times being able to teach armonía and being able to teach singing and all that stuff. And I realized I love teaching. I love it. But that kind of motivated me. I was like, you know what? Like, I could get this gig, dude. Might as well just do my audition. I remember the day of my audition, I actually did it at my girlfriend's house because my laptop wouldn't work. And finally, I got a new laptop. I got a MacBook now. Sorry for the background noise. I got a MacBook now. And when I did the audition, I remember on my dash when I was driving to her house, it said 111. And talking more about the universe, I mean, those angel numbers have followed me my entire life. Ever since I dropped out of UTEP, I started seeing them 111, 444, 555, 777, even 666. I've seen them. And I know a lot of people associate the number 666 with the devil, with Satan and stuff like that, but I don't. To me, I associate 666 is when I see it, that means it's time to refocus. That means it's time to focus in what actually matters, you know? And so I did my audition, and I did a version of Cien Años by Pedro Infante, but I sang and I played saxophone on it. And it was super freaking cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. I would totally release it, honestly, on Spotify, but I did it, and I remember the proctor who was auditioning me, she was like, you have an incredible voice. And, o sea, como that did something to me. Like, you know what, maybe I do. maybe I do have a good singing voice. Maybe I'm actually worth it, you know? And I was telling everyone, I was like, even if I don't make it, I'm still glad that I was able to, you know, get myself out of this weird depression hole I was in for like a year. And when I tell you I was in a hole, I was in a hole. Like, seriously, I was miserable. It was horrible. It was a horrible time for me. And now that I'm able to get out of it and go to a brand new city, it's the weirdest feeling. I ended up getting a scholarship to Berklee College of Music. And it's the coolest thing ever, man, you know? But I know I'm taking a sacrifice. My parents are taking a sacrifice. Everyone's taking a sacrifice, honestly, bro. And my biggest thing is I want to make them proud, you know? I want to make them extremely fucking proud, man. And I'm going to start posting more consistently because I kind of want this to be like my video journal, you know? Every week I'll have like one of these like deep talks with you guys, and then I want to do some vlogs on the side and stuff like that. So if you guys would love to join me on this new journey of going to Boston, living in Boston, and, you know, also trying to close freaking real estate deals and making content, making music. It's going to be great. It's going to be a fun ride. But yeah, it was just one of those like experiences where I truly felt like my world was over. I felt like everything with music was over, and I started teaching, and I started playing again, and it was just one of those things where it was such a relief for me, knowing that, like, you know what, I still have a chance. And then I'm so stupid about this, you know, it's so weird for me to realize that I'm still young, you know, because I've always felt like, you know what, your prime is like 15 to 18, but then I grew up and I was like, no, dude, your prime is like from 20 to like 27, 25, dude, like, I feel like I'm old as shit, but dude, I'm like not even like a full-grown adult in the U.S., dude, you know? But I kind of hope some of you guys take this video and listen to my story, and it's not the entire story, it's a lot of it, I'm not gonna lie, but something that I want you guys to take from this video is that no matter how low you are in your life, no matter how miserable you may be, no matter how much debt you have, you can always get out of it. There's always so many solutions for your problems. You just have to look for them. You just have to look for them. You have to look for them, you have to find them, and they will come. But the one thing I will always advise everybody is that the universe is real, manifestation is real, and I was able to manifest a scholarship to Berklee, and then I know soon in my life I'll be able to manage manifest my real estate business. I know soon I'll be able to manifest every single thing that I want in my life, because the power of manifestation is real, and I have seen it with my own eyes. I have seen it with my own eyes, dude. If you just simply put in the work, if you put in the effort, and you do as much as you can every single day, live like every single day is your last. And don't leave anything for tomorrow, because tomorrow is never, never, never guaranteed. I recently got into a really bad argument with my dad, and he said something that just really opened my eyes to a lot of things. It was talking about taking accountability for yourself and accountability for your actions. And he said something, and I'll say it in English, but he said to me in Spanish. But he was like, when you point the finger at yourself, notice how you have 3 fingers pointing back at you. Which is the truth. You are the only one that can get yourself out of these situations. But the way that you do it is up to you. And it's just so weird for me to be able to say I'm going to Berklee College of Music. It hasn't even fully kicked in yet. I think it'll probably kick in once I get there. But that's something that I will even preach to my own kids. When you point the finger at somebody, notice how you have 3 more fingers pointing back at you. So, like I said, guys, change is just one of those things that's just like, it's gonna come. It's gonna come, and you know what? Life is so short. Just take it as it is. Just take it as it is. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Take the risk. Take the risk. Take the risk. I'm taking a risk. I am taking a risk. But it's going to be a good, calculated risk, like my dad always said. Take a calculated risk. So, I hope you guys will join me along for this journey. I know this is kind of a longer video, but I hope you guys get something out of this video. I hope you guys see it from the perspective of a 20-year-old who's been through a considerable amount, not as much as other 20-year-olds that have been my age. Like I say, man, honestly, every single day is a blessing. There's somebody out there who's 20, my age, probably even younger than me, who just got the worst news of their life. Their entire family died. For example, the Palestinians in Gaza, man, their house got bombed. They don't have any more family members. They're alone the rest of their lives. It could be worse. It could be worse. And that's why I'm so grateful for every single day that I have on this earth. That I still have my family. That I still have my friends. That I still have people around me who give a shit about me. A lot of people would kill to have my problems. That's how I think about it. I just know those kids in Gaza would kill to have the problems that I'm having right now. And so when you look at it like that, it's not meant to minimize your experiences, but it's meant to make you realize, you know what, dude? You are privileged to have these problems. It's so weird to say that you're privileged to have problems, but you are. You really, really, really are, because this is the universe testing you. This is the universe testing how bad do you want it? How bad are you willing to fight for this? So, change is just so weird, man. I don't know. It's just a weird feeling that I'm going to be gone from my hometown for 5 months. And I pray that I will become a better person, more mature, better version of me. And all we can do is just show up, do our best in every single endeavor we have. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's a little bit of a longer one, but I hope you guys get something out of it. I'm going to start posting more regularly. I know I said that in the last video, but for sure I will. And I hope you guys have a good day. See you guys soon.